I think we can start. So we will start with a little bit of uh, interiorization to quiet the mind and be prepared to be inspired by the teachings. So close your eyes, center your awareness in the middle of the chest, a little to the right, that place that we point to and we say I. From there, we embrace everything with love, kindness, and compassion. We open our hearts to the beauty, to the love, to the truth. We offer our meeting, our gathering, to the benefit of all sentient beings. May they all be happy, may they all be wise, may they all be kind to each other, may they all discover love. And now we will actually start with our meeting. We will continue today to speak about those 8 limbs, those 8 parts of yoga. Uh, we spoke about yama, the things that we should not do, the niyamas, the things that we should do, and last lesson we spoke about asana, the way we sit for meditation. And because there are a lot of things to say about asana, we split it in two. We spoke about how to sit, and today we will speak about the gesture with the hands and the way we keep our eyes. Uh, sure, again, these are not necessary. We can meditate without doing anything at all. We can meditate sitting on one leg, sitting on our head. We can meditate any way we want, but it's easier sometimes when we apply these small things that can help us to get faster to a better state of mind, quieting the mind and helping us to get that insight into our true nature. So for this reason, we speak about all these kind of parts of how to sit. Again, Abhinavagupta in Kashmir Shaivis said that a true yogi, every way he sits, it's an asana. So uh, what he means is that if you are aware, if you are conscious about everything that is happening in your body, then you will tend to sit in a way that is contemplative, meditative. Yes, because you will want the energies in your body move freely. You will want your mind to be calm and quiet. So for this reason, you will sit in a way that will help you to have all these elements. Yes. So you will sit so that you can be more quiet. You will sit so that your energies move freely. So for this reason, when you do asanas, it's better to be aware of all these things about how you find that inner balance between the firmness, the intensity of the pose, and the relaxation that feel good. For sure, a lot of times in modern yoga, it's more about the form, how you put your body, and less about how you feel inside. How is your mind doing that asana? But traditionally, asana wasn't to, I don't know, put your leg across your neck or sit for Instagram pretty. Asana was to help you meditate, to help you not meditate for the sake of meditation, but to meditate so that you know yourself better, to find a self, find your true nature, and be from that uh, deep mystery of existence. And for sure, in all the traditional representation of people that meditate, like Shiva, like Buddha, uh, they usually keep their hands in different positions. The way that uh, the hands are kept, it's called hasta mudra. Hasta, like in Pada Hasta, you remember Pada Hastasana? Hasta means hand, yes, and mudra means attitude, gesture. Uh, we want to separate this from the Hatha Yoga mudras. In Hatha Yoga, in traditional Hatha Yoga, in Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Gheranda Samhita, mudras are some very difficult practices that use breathing and asanas and contraction like Uddiyana Bandha or Mula Bandha and such are very complex techniques. And for this reason, we want to separate a little bit. For sure, there are some other techniques that are called mudra, like Shambhavi mudra. We will speak when we will speak about the way we keep our eyes, that are not difficult but imply a higher level of consciousness. But to be clear about what kind of mudras we speak about, we will speak about hasta mudra, gestures, attitudes that are made with the hands. Yes. But to understand why and how and when we will do this, it's important to understand the way that mind tends to go when we meditate. You know, traditionally we have those three gunas. Remember the gunas, the tendencies of nature. So we have tamas, we have rajas, we have sattva. So, for sure, in meditation, we want sattva. Yes, sattva means balance, means light, uh, and we want that. But our mind is not usually in a sattvic state. Yes, usually our mind is in the extremities, is either tamas, which means uh, sleepy, uh, heavy. Yeah, this is tamas. When you stay, you want to meditate, but your head goes in front. Yes, that is tamas. Just to be clear. Or when your mind tends to enter in a dream state. You dream about something or you imagine something, but is not very clear or very intense, but it's like in a fog. You know, you cannot see very clear. This is tamas. But the usual sign is this: when you're staying to meditate and your head goes to the front, that is tamas. The next one is rajas, when your mind is very agitated. Agitated maybe is not the best way to describe it, but um, it's either dissipated in 10 directions at once, or it's a bit frustrated because it has some kind of expectation. I want my meditation to be in this way, and it's not in this way, so I am a bit frustrated. This is rajas. I am angry because my meditation doesn't go the way I want to go. I am angry because I am not quiet enough. I am frustrated because after, I don't know, 20 years of meditation, my mind still doesn't do what I want it to do. All kind of uh, these thoughts are rajasic. Rajasic means with passion, with I want this and I want this now, and if it's not now, I am not happy. And maybe if I stay straighter, maybe if I puff my chest more, maybe if I frown a bit and I contract a bit, maybe my meditation will be. This is rajas. Yes, we want a calm and clear state of mind. This is sattva, when we are at peace with ourselves. Remember from niyamas, I experience santosha. I am at peace with myself. I am what I am now, but I will meditate and my mind will transform, and I am faithful and I believe with certainty that if I do my practice, my mind will transform, and I just have to be patient. This is sadhana. So, sattva is not very uh, usual. Yes, usual. My mind is tamas. I am a bit sleepy and sluggish, and I cannot focus very well, and drift to I don't know what happens today or what will happen tomorrow, or I am in the rajasic way. I am full of expectations and I am frustrated and I want that, but my meditation, I want my meditation go there, but my meditation go that part. And yes, so our hand gesture will help us in these cases, in these situations. And also, the way we keep our eyes will help us in all these situations to reach that sattvic state of mind. Yes, to find balance. This is what we want, to find balance. And for sure, we don't need actually to keep our hands in a way. Uh, our focus should be enough. Just focus our mind with patience and should be enough. But sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes I'm just very tired. I had a full day of work, or a lot of things to do around the house, or I don't know, and I'm just tired and my mind cannot stay focused. Yes. Or for sure, I am just frustrated. I meditate for so long and still my meditation is not where I want to do. So in these cases, we can help our mind get to the sattvic place using the hand gestures. In yoga, they are more than just hand gestures. I want to be clear, we use them like this, but they are much more because they are attitudes. Is the way our awareness, our consciousness will sit with together with the hands. So don't think about them like a switch or like a mechanism, or like mechanical thing. Yes, I switch the light on or off. It's not mechanical. We have to get in the attitude that is corresponding to that. But they are sustaining each other. The hand gesture and the mind will help each other to reach that point. And the first one, and the one that almost every yogi knows, is called Jnana Mudra. So when we place the finger, the index finger to the first uh, bend of the big finger, yeah, the thumb. But actually, there are two variants of this. Um, in most of the text, when we keep the palm up, it's called Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra means the gesture, the attitude of consciousness. So I am conscious, I am aware. But you see, when you keep your palms up, it's actually an open attitude, an relaxed and open attitude. I open myself to the universe. So every time I am a bit frustrated and I am too set in my ways and I want that and nothing else, then keeping an open gesture will help us to calm ourselves, to say, let the will of God be done, not my will, not what I want, but what God's wants, yes, or what the universe wants for me. I am just open for whatever will be. Yeah, with the palms up, I open myself, and you can feel this every time you stay with the palms up. It's like I am in a receiving mode. I am opening myself. When we keep the palms down on the knees, usually this is called Jnana Mudra, the gesture of knowledge. But for sure, in Hatha Yoga, we call it Jnana Mudra, Jnana Mudra, either way. If we keep it with palms up or down, we call it Jnana Mudra or Jnana Mudra. But you will see when you keep your palms down, you will be more focused because you are like, okay, now I am a soldier, I am firm. I will not sleep, I will not drift, I am right here and now. So when your mind is rajasic, keep the palms up. When your mind is tamasic, keep them down to get in a more firm and focused attitude. Yeah, in this way. Uh, another, so for sure, if you read different books about mudras, hand mudras, you will see you can keep the fingers in various ways, and each of them has some benefits. But for meditation, because for us what is important is the meditation, and we not focused on the other benefits. Chin mudra and Jnana mudra, both of them means that I am aware, I am conscious, I am focused, and I want to achieve a deeper knowledge. So for us is enough. But if you want to experiment, you can look about what different way to touch your fingers mean. But again, like a type, palms up, open, palms down, firm, not closed. Don't close yourself, don't close your heart, but be firm. Like now I am focused and will not sleep. Doesn't mean that you cannot fall asleep, but it's like you help your body to be, again, it's like a suggestion. Your body gives to the mind a suggestion. Now I want to be firm, I want to be focused. The next type of mudras is when you keep your hands together. Let me. So, when you keep your hands together, we have a very traditional mudra for meditation, which is called meditation mudra, dhyana mudra, which is usually the way in which Buddha is represented. You see, you cannot see very well, but this Buddha has the hands in dhyana mudra. Dhyana mudra is when you put your, let's say, left hand above your right hand, but it's like the middle finger touch the root of the other middle finger. It's like this, yes? And the thumbs just barely touch. So they touch very soft. They say in Zen and in Buddhism, where this mudra is very used, that the way you touch your fingers is the way your mind is. So if you press your fingers very hard, then your mind is rajasic, is frustrated, and is, I want to concentrate, but I cannot, and then I am angry. Yes. So if you feel that the pressure in your fingers is too much, then you have to slow down and calm yourself. But if the fingers don't touch anymore, what it means? You fall asleep. Yes. So the way your thumbs touch helps you to be more aware of the quality of your mind. So focusing on just very subtle touching your thumbs together. So just feel like someone caress you. Yes, that is the kind of touch you have to feel in the tips of your thumbs. And usually this oval, this circle, will be around your umbilic navel. Yes. So for this reason, usually, for sure, if you do it in, like in Zen, when you do it in Padmasana, when you keep your hands on your heels, then your navel is exactly there. Yes. So my navel is here. But we usually don't do it in Padmasana. Then we can use a cushion or something folded so that our hands are there. Because this place is the inner fire. So we want to keep it uh, hot, but not too hot. Yes. So for this reason, we use a cushion to keep our hands there. Also, this kind of keeping the hands in this way will create this space. You see, our our hands are not close together. If I stay like this, I am tensioned, I am contracted. So we create this kind of space. And you see, usually Buddhas or Shivas are represented meditating like this, creating this space. Because this space will help us to have that sattvic mind. So this is dhyana mudra, the mudra of meditation. For sure, different traditions have different way to sorry, I think the camera is mirrored.
Now it's perfect.
Okay, this is the way it's supposed to do, because this is my left hand, this is my right hand. See? Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. So usually the left hand is above the right hand, but is not absolutely necessary, you know. But if you want to be like uh, to use more the energies, if you are sleepy, put the right hand up. And if you are tension, put the left hand up. Yes, because the superior hand will give the polarity. So left hand means receptive. I want to be more calm. Right hand means active. I want to be more focused. Then another mudra, which is sometimes used, is called Kshepana mudra. It's like you see, it's keeping the index fingers pointing in the front and the other fingers are together. And it's kept again in our lap or on a cushion. The cushion is helping when you keep your hands in your lap. It's helping to have a more relaxed attitude in your shoulders. The shoulders have to be uh, almost all the times relaxed. So if you feel some tension in your back, usually it's because you tend to contract your shoulders. Uh, we we associate the contraction of the body with the focus of the mind. Yeah, because for this reason we frown when we want to be focused. And for this reason, usually we contract our body to be more focused. But for meditation, is not so good to contract the body. So try to be relaxed in your shoulders. Be like water, you know. Don't be like earth. Flow. And the cushion will help you. When we use kshepana means to throw away, to offer, to flow to the outside. And sometimes you will feel that the energies of Svadhisthana and Manipura grow too much. You will feel like a tension in Svadhisthana or in Manipura. Your mind will have different kind of visions or dreams. May sometimes are erotic dreams, sexual dreams. Sometimes are just a lot of imaginations. And it's said that this kind of mudra will offer that energy that you cannot use in that moment, will offer it to the earth where it can be used by some other kind of being. So it's like an offering. I offer this energy that I cannot use and is too much in this moment. I just offer it and I will be more relaxed and focused. Some people said that it's better not to do this too much because you will become sleepy. You will drain yourself of vital energy or such. But you don't meditate that much. So uh, you understand. If you meditate like 5 or 6 hours, then yeah, maybe it's not good to offer too much energy. But if you meditate like an hour, it's not a problem because this mudra also creates a focused mind because of this kind of focusing the energies. And the last mudra with the hands in our lap is when we clasp our hands like this. Yes. This is called Ushas mudra, the down, the moment just before sunrise, you know, down, not down. I don't know to say it very good in English, but is the moment just before the sun will rise. Is that uh, is that is considered the beginning, the mudra of the beginning, and the importance of this mudra is because we want a fresh mind, a beginner's mind. It's a very famous book of Zen, which is called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. We want this kind of mind that looks at the meditation with the eyes of a beginner. Why is that? Uh, Shunryu Suzuki, the one who wrote that Zen Mind, Beginner Mind, had this very, very beautiful metaphor, this image. He said like this: for an expert, someone who knows a lot about, I don't know, meditation, the meditation cannot go in too many ways. It can go this way or this way or this way. So for an expert, there are just a few ways that a thing can go. For a beginner, one who doesn't know too much, everything is possible. You know, for a beginner, everything is possible. So for this reason, we want a beginner attitude, a beginner mind, because if we have this kind of a beginner mind, we will just be attentive. We will just look at things with curiosity and observe them with detachment. We don't want to meditation to be this way or that way. We are just happy that we meditate, that we are there and meditate. We don't have expectation. Usually a beginner doesn't have too much expectation, for sure. Our beginners have a lot of expectation, but if you don't know too much, then everything is possible. If you know too much, then you limit your possibilities. And this kind of mudra will keep you open to what it is, not what should be. It's important to make this distinction because a lot of times the meditation is very, very subtle. It's not that obvious. You know, the way we experience at first that self revelation is not something like a firework, you know, boom and oh. It's not that obvious because it's our natural state. It's kind of very subtle, and you have to be open to that subtleness, to discover it. If you expect to be that way or that way, sometimes you just don't see that subtleness, that very, very, very subtle thing. It's like when you, I don't know, walk the street and want to see uh, the carnival. I think you have carnival now. Uh, you don't see your friends because you look at the and your friend come to you and, hey, how is possible you don't see me? Because you are so focused on those big and obvious things. So imagine in meditation, when you have expectations, you will look only to see what you want to see. But in this way, you cannot go beyond because you are just in your mind, in the realm of your mind. You cannot go beyond your mind if you just look for what your mind think that should happen. But if you have this open attitude, everything is possible, you know. And for this reason, when we feel that our mind is too set to, because usually, and I think you hear you hear like, if you are teachers, you hear this a lot. At some point, I had such a good meditation, and I want that meditation back. I want that state of meditation back. And for this reason, I come to your class to discover that meditation. And usually I had to say, you cannot go back. You cannot have that meditation because what you remember is just your mind, is not that experience. You are not the one who had that meditation anymore. You changed, you transformed, you maybe are better, maybe are not so better, but you are not that person. You cannot have the exact experience again. For sure, if you want to, if you really, really, really want to, and I don't know, make an effort, your mind will create something very similar. But that will not be that experience. Why? Because that experience maybe was beyond your mind, and your mind just create a story about that experience. Now you just want the story. You don't know the experience anymore. You just remember the story. So your mind can tell you the story again and make you feel like very close to that. But is not real, is the creation of your mind. For this reason, don't search to repeat what happened before. I don't know if it's very clear, but it's important to understand that your meditation is not the same because your mind is not the same. Your mind is different from moment to moment. And when we meditate, we want to access a place that is beyond the mind. And that place beyond the mind just reflects in the mind in various ways. Let's say that, I don't know, you have an experience before you learned about meditation or yoga. And because you are a Christian, your mind interpreted like, I encountered an angel. Let's say like this. I encountered an angel come to me. But then you learn about yoga, energies and such, and the same experience, because now your mind is different, will not think about an angel, but will use a different kind of uh, language to explain it. I don't know. I felt the energies of Anahata chakra was like full of light and such and such. The experience was the same, but your mind was different. So then, then you experienced like an angel come, and I felt a lot of love and presence, and like I was embraced. And now, because you found about chakras and your mind transformed, is not like I don't want to understand that an angel will not be an angel, but the experience maybe wasn't the first time quite an angel, but you awaken yourself anahata spontaneously, and your mind didn't know what to do with that experience and explain it the way in which you will was raised in Christianity. Oh, I feel love, I feel a lot of light, then it must be an angel. But then when you learned and transformed and practiced yoga, the same experience, again, your mind will not perceive it like the same experience. Your mind will say, in that moment I was meeting an angel, but now I am just opening my anahata. And objectively is the same experience, but your mind will tell you different stories about the same experience. I don't know if it's clear what I'm trying to say, but it's important to understand how your mind transforms in time. And because you try to explain yourself what is happening beyond the mind, sometimes your mind will play tricks on you. Yeah, telling you different stories about the same thing. But when your mind goes clearer and clearer and is purified more and more, then the experience tends to converge. So if someone from Christianity speaks about how it's God, will be very similar with a Sufi or a yogi. Yes, because the mind was purified and it doesn't use the usual stories anymore. But until then, it's just stories of the mind. Yes. So for this reason, you cannot uh, easily, you can, but you cannot easily have the same experience again. And it's better to just let it be. Okay, it's good that I had that experience that awakened in me the desire and aspiration to practice yoga and practice meditation and deepen my knowledge about myself and the universe. But I don't want the old things. I want to be open to the new things. Yes, to go forward, not go back. Because I cannot have the old mind. My old mind is gone. I just have the mind that is now. And each moment I have the mind that is now. And for this reason, each experience is seen through the eyes of the mind that I have now. And through purifying the mind, the experience will be more clear, and I will not need any more the words and stories to recognize it. So this is the Ushas mudra, the beginners, uh, the beginner mind mudra, the dawn, the moment just before sunrise. And there is another category, another type of mudras that are done with the hands in front of our chest. And the most known mudra is Anjali. You use it a lot. And this mudra will help us to be more aware of that place in the middle of the chest, a little to the right, that inner uh, center, that portal to the reality of spiritual heart. And we will use Anjali when we will feel a little bit dry inside. It's like our heart is not moving. We cannot feel that tremor of the heart, because it's good to start the meditation with some tremor of the heart, with some vibration, with some longing. Yes. And if we don't feel anything and our heart is dry and not moving, then Anjali will help us to awaken that tremor of the heart. For sure, it's difficult to meditate in this position for long period of time, for a long period of time, but it's good to do it until we feel that our heart is warm and has that tremor, and then we just let our hands the way we usually keep them in meditation. And one last mudra is called Uttarabodhi mudra, and is done like this. We keep our fingers, for the index fingers and thumbs are united and apart, and the other things are clasped together. And we put our thumbs on the solar plexus, and the index are pointing up on the chest. And this kind of mudra is done when we feel that our egos are too strong, because it's like making a short circuit between the Manipura and Anahata, between the ego-centered uh, world and the openness of the heart. Uttara Bodhi means the higher mind. Uttara means high, and Bodhi means the intellect, the superior mind. So this is the way that we can keep our hands. Now, for the eyes, I will explain it a bit faster so that we can have enough time to meditate. So for the eyes, why is important how we keep the eyes? First of all, when our mind have some visions, our eyes will move like seeing the inner visions. It's easy to verify this. Just put your phone to film you when you meditate, and you will see how your eyes continuously move, following your inner vision. So for this reason, usually uh, in Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Geranda Samhita, they say that you have to focus your eyes to the point in between the eyebrows or to the tip of the nose. These are the two traditional ways to keep your eyes in Hatha Yoga. One, the eyes focused in between the eyebrows is used when you have a tamasic mind, when your mind is sleepy or sluggish or heavy. Then you focus in between the eyebrows like this. For sure, you can keep your eyes closed, but looking like uh, this place. When your mind is tensioned and frustrated and rajasic, then it's recommended to look on the tip of the nose. You will see that in various hatha yoga books, they say that looking to the tip of the nose will awaken the inner sight. You will see colors and auras and such and such. But for us, is not this what we want. We want just to relax the mind. So this is the tip of the nose. We also have, it's called sama drishti. Drishti means the way you look. So this is nasi kagra drishti. Nasi is nose, kagra means tip. So nasi kagra drishti, looking to the tip of the nose. This is called brumadhya drishti. Bru means the eyebrows. Madhya is middle, in the middle of the eyebrows. Drishti, looking to the point in the middle of the eyebrows. And we have another way, it's called sama drishti, which means that is the balanced looking. So in this case, you just relax your eyes, trying to keep your eyes relaxed. You will observe that every time your mind is drifting or going someplace, your eye will tend to move. So just relax the eyes and looking forward. And another way, it's called Ardon Mesha. Arda, means half. Yes, Arda, like in Arda Chandrasana, Arda Matsyendrasana, Arda means half. And Mesha means half open. So the eyes half open. When we use this kind of looking with the eyes half open, sometimes this inner vision, this inner imagery and inner movie, like, it's very intense. And whatever you try, you cannot escape these inner images. And these inner images are distracting. You will not be following the meditation because you look at some inner vision. Yeah. Uh, when the mind is calmer and quieter, these inner visions tend to be more intense. It's like you see with the eyes open. So for this reason, when we want to stop this kind of visions, we will half open the eyes and look at the space. Don't focus on anything in front of you, just look at the space in front of you, like an arm length away, like in this space, yes, without looking at anything, but just keeping the eyes open will diminish or stop this imagery, these visions. So for this reason, we keep the eyes open. There is a very important practice. I remember that I spoke about it a lot of times because it's very dear to me. It's called Shambhavi Mudra, or in Shaivism is called Bhairavi Mudra, which in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, for example, is described that with eyes open, keep your attention to the heart. Yes. So in Buddhism, in Zen, they usually meditate with the eyes open. It's more difficult because usually the mind will tend to look at things in front of you. For this reason, sometimes in Zen, they meditate with the face to the wall, so they are not distracted by what they see. But if we keep the tradition, is not about what you see, it's where your focus is. So keep your focus inside, even if your eyes are open. And then if you do this, it's more easy to keep your inner balance and meditative state in the world. And the last way to look, to keep your eyes, is relax the eyes, but focus your attention, your inner vision, to the heart. It's like you look with the heart eyes. It's like your heart has eyes and you look at the world with the heart eyes. Um, it's like your consciousness is descending into the heart and is seeing the world from that point of view. But for this, again, the eyes should be relaxed. So to summarize, to remember all the things, usually the most important part is to keep the back straight. Straight meaning not like a stick, but letting the energies flow through Shushumna, through the spine, freely, without obstacles. Shoulders should be relaxed and a little bit to the back so you have that openness of the chest, that openness of the heart. Yes, shoulders relaxed with a heart open. Hands, you can use a mudra depending on your quality of the mind. So a mudra to focus when your mind is tamasic, a mudra to relax when your mind is rajasic, or you can keep your hands in a way that you feel that is appropriate for you. I tend to use this kind of keeping the hands one embracing the other, but then sometimes I do the Dhyana mudra, or I tend to change these mudras based on my inner state. But yeah, usually I keep them on my knees or in this kind of. For each of you, discover what feels for you good, but be aware that you can change it and use something appropriate to the condition of your mind. If your mind is rajas, then do a quieting or relaxing mudra. If your mind is tamas, do a focusing mudra. If you feel too much energies in your svadhisthana or manipura, do kshepana, the offering mudra. If your ego is too strong, uttara buddhi. If your heart is too closed or not vibrating or not tremoring, then anjali mudra. And dhyana mudra is good for all because it's a balancing mudra. So this is for the lower part of the body. The legs, you can do yoga asana, like any kind of meditative pose, but you can sit on a chair without any problem. So don't stress about it. Oh, I don't do meditation in Padmasana. I don't do a good meditation. It's not about this. Again, all the books on meditation said that just keep the back straight and be relaxed enough but firm. Like Patanjali said, stiram sukham asanam, stiram, firm, still, sukham, pleasant, relaxed. Yeah, if you do like this, you are good. Then relax your face, that inner smile. Smiling doesn't mean that I am happy, but I am at ease. I don't dramatize. I don't make a fuss about anything. Oh, my mind is agitated. Well, so what? I keep meditating. Oh, my mind is sleepy. So what? I keep meditating. This is the uh, the smile. So what? I keep on. Yeah. For this reason, every time you feel that your face tends to frown, to be upset, just relax. you don't have to actually smile too much, but relax your face like you smile. Uh, your lips again can be relaxed also by keeping them slightly open or just very, very, very slight touch. Yeah. You will see that this soft touching of the lips, like the soft touching of the thumbs, create a very relaxed feeling on your mouth. When the mouth is relaxed, then you tend to have less words, less stories in your mind. For this reason, you can keep the tongue on the palace. Yes, don't go back, but a little bit touching the palace. Again, soft touch. The soft touch is everywhere. Don't touch too hard. Don't don't touch. Just softly touch, like you want to caress someone. Yes, and the eyes relaxed, or if your mind is tamas, to the middle of the eyebrows. If your mind is rajas, to the tip of the nose. If you have too much imagery, too much visions, slightly open the eyes and look at the space in front of you. And otherwise, just relax and keep your inner vision into the heart. Uh, so, if you have some questions before we start to meditate, again, all these lessons, I think mostly you know all these things. They are not new. I just want to remember all these things to you so that we have a good foundation for meditation. Before going to more, uh, I don't know, more subtle things, the foundation have to be good enough so that you can go back to the foundation whenever the higher levels are shaky. Yeah, if they are not so well grounded, just go to the foundation. If your mind is not behaving, then just adjust your pose first. Then go to breathing, then go to other things. But first, adjust your pose because you will see it will help you more than you imagine. So, questions if you have, if you don't, we will meditate. So, let's meditate. We'll get in a comfortable position, comfortable enough. So, we find that balance between the firmness and stillness of the pose and relaxation of that feeling good. This is a moment in which we are with ourselves, so we want to enjoy it without expectations, just being. We relax the shoulders, opening the chest in an open attitude, relaxing the face in an inner smile, touching the tongue to the palate slightly, softly touching the lips together, keeping the eyes relaxed in drishti, the balanced looking, or keeping our inner vision in the heart. If we feel that our minds are too rajasic, then we look to the tip of the nose. If our minds are a little bit tired and tamasic, then to the middle of the eyebrows, in between eyebrows. We try to keep this relaxed attitude, relaxed and focused during the meditation. When we feel that our mind is elsewhere, we first adjust our pose, straightening the back, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face in an inner smile. Don't dramatize. We center our awareness in the middle of the chest, a little to the right. That place that we point to and we say, I. From there, we embrace everything with love and kindness and compassion, offering our meditation, our experience, our knowledge to the benefit of all sentient beings, to God seen as the essence of the world, as the essence of ourselves. And to relax the mind, we follow the breathing, the gentle movement of air in and out, calming the mind. We can be aware of the gentle sensation of the air touching the nostrils, of the chest expanding when we inhale, contracting when we exhale. For a while, we just follow these sensations without thinking, without judging, just feeling. Following the breathing, we become aware of that moment in which inhalation become exhalation and then exhalation become inhalation. It's a very short moment in which there is balance, the mind is suspended in between thoughts, in between breathings. We try to remain in that still moment for a second or two. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. These moments in between breathings, in between thoughts, help us to become more aware of that background of silence on which thoughts emotions, sensations appear, remain for a while, and then disappear, and we continue to exist. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, stillness. With each breathings, we go deeper into the heart, letting the mind dissolve into this silence, into this inner stillness. We inhale into the heart, exhale, surrendering into the heart. Each moment of stillness interrupt the inner stories. We dissolve into the inner silence. We become more aware of this space of quietness inside our hearts. It's called Hritakasha, the space of the heart. Here we can start to ask ourselves the question, who am I? The mind cannot answer. The answer is the existence itself, so we ask the question, we are the answer. We focus on this I am feeling, that answer to this question. We use everything that appears in our awareness to get back to this I am feeling. When thoughts appear, we ask ourselves, who is the one thinking me? Who am I? When emotions appear, positive or not so positive, we just ask ourselves, who is the one experiencing these emotions? Me. Who am I? And when sensations in the body appear, pleasant or not so pleasant, who is the one feeling these sensations? Me. Who am I? In this way, we get back again and again to this I am, that answer to the question. I am that becomes a tremor of the heart, a vibrating light so intense that we can surrender, just being without being someone or something. Pure existence, pure consciousness, pure bliss. Who am I? We detach ourselves from the identification with the body, with the mind, with the senses, with memories or desires, with fears or tendencies. Who am I beyond all these things? We ask the question, we are the answer. We are consciousness, we are bliss, we are infinite and eternal. We are. keeping the awareness of the spiritual heart, the inner stillness, silence of the mind. We slowly become aware of the outer world, opening the eyes, and we conclude our meditation now. Thank you for being here and meditating with me and together, and see you next week.